Okay, test, like testing. Yeah, I think we are finally live. Let me just, I think you can see me now. Good evening po sa lahat ng ating mga subscribers, to our friends and colleagues. Thank you for keeping up and registering for this event. So earlier I played a pre-recorded. Yes, earlier I played a pre-recorded demonstration of Revit 2023, and I hope that that was somehow helpful sa atin. No? And we hope to do a few more of this in the next few days. We promise that we'll have 4 sessions of free Revit um, tutorials. So for tonight, we'll be discussing on how to set up your Revit project. So earlier we did a little bit of review of the few more samples that are given by Autodesk in the Autodesk in the Revit 2023 version. Now it's our time to set up our own project. So how do we do it? Let's go to Revit now. Okay, so let's start with a new project, and let's look at the metric templates. English. Okay, as a default metric, as we always do. Let's open a default English metric template. So same pa rin po yung startup ng project natin. When we start a Revit project, we will have at least the typical floor plans that are given, ceiling plans, elevations, and among others. When we are starting from scratch, we need to build, we need to load it with the families that we need. We need to load with the other information that are relevant for the project. Now that could be a lot of work, and in the real project setup, what we normally do is we bring in a reference project, and we transfer the file standards. So how do we do that? So I already have now my new project. So I'll save the new project. I'll save it. File. Make sure that I save the new project. And I'll just place it on one of my folders. Let's say my documents. Create a new folder. for 2023. Okay, project 1, November 21. Okay, actions, I'll keep it to 2. Okay, and save. Now, what I'll be doing is what I'll be doing now is I will open another project, one of my previous project. Let's bring it from my projects folder. Let's say I have a 2022 project. I don't know, 2021. And let's bring in this house. This is the second revision. First revision. I think, yeah, revision 2 will be fine. I'll open this file. So it is a 2021 version. So as you can see, it is upgrading. It should be opened any minute now. Let's check our stream. Do we have any viewers? This is the first time that we are doing this, and be really happy if we can get some viewers. But if we don't, we hope we can get more viewers next time. This we're testing the tech, and hopefully it will be better in the next few times that we'll be doing this. It's opening. Now here we go. We already have the existing plan. Let's just go direct to the 3D view of this plan that I did. This is a house in the Philippines, and it is, you can say, 90% completed. There are still some things that needs to be done, like this external light should not be in this position. So, but at least we have some of the families here, and I think we also have sheets that are available. So, what we'll be doing, I'll go to my new project. This is the new project that I have, and I'm gonna go to manage. Now we have what we call okay, transfer project standards. Okay, so if you click on transfer project standards, you will copy it from this project, and let's say we'll take everything. Okay, that includes materials, project info. We don't need to copy that, of course. And what else? We want the other ones. Wall types. We need the wall types. Sun settings. Yeah, that's okay. Right sizes. Almost everything except for the project information, because we need to update it based on the current project that we have. So here we are. Let's click OK. It says that these some of the types are already in the destination whole project but are different. So different means maybe because of the same library that it came from. So what we'll be doing is we'll just click new only. Okay. Now we have a warning. The warning says family brick has been renamed to brick UK standard 1 to avoid conflict with the existing element. So that should be fine. So Revit already helped us with that. But there are 1 out of 75 warnings. If we look at the number 2, it's about the same. So kind of copied some of the families that we already have. That will not hurt us. So that should be fine. I'll just close that. Now I'll just now close the project where we copied the standard from. We only have this project. So as a matter of workflow, of course, architects don't do things straight on the computer. Most of the architects, we are trained to design using our hand, using sketches. So if we already have some sketches done, have it ready, and we can start to create something out of the sketches that we have prepared. So for the sake of this project, we'll just start with a very simple rectangle, as we always do. Let's say we'll do a wall in level 1. Let's go to level 1 and let's create some walls. Now, if you look at my walls, the walls that I copied from my previous project, see, I have the standard walls from the Philippines. I have interior 4-inch CHP, block work with plaster. And I should have the 6 inches. Yeah, I have the 6 inches with plaster. I have also have the block work with plaster with cladding. Okay. So let me start with this and let's try to create something. Okay, I'm going to start it. Let's say it will be a big structure. So the 3D view, but there's nothing there. And as a matter of organizing your project, it will be best to create the levels that you have. We'll not go deep into that because what I'll be teaching today is different wall types. This is one reason why I imported or I transferred the standards from what I did from a project that I've already done before. So let me just at least create another level, which will be at the roof level. Let's name this as the roof level. And level 2 will be, let's say, let's make it 4600. And level 1, let's have it at 600. And so ground level will be, level 1 will have to be 600. So ground level will be at 0. Roof is 8,000. Okay. So now this, um, let's create another level. This will be ground level. Call it FGL in the Philippines, right? Before it's finished ground level at 0. So what I'll do is the wall that I created earlier, I will now move the base constraint from level 1 to FGL, okay? And all the other walls as well. So what I'll do here is I'll just match the properties. Match this to this. Now let's select all of these and have the base constraint at FGL. Let's go back to the plan view. I'll be creating a few interior walls. So let's go to the architecture tab, architectural wall. Let's make some 4 inches wall, the Philippines. Just create like that. Right click, create similar. Uh, Similar. Okay. So that's each of these walls are the same. They go up to level 2. Oh, no, they go up to level 2. Yeah. Okay. Really. When we start a project, particularly for residential project, we will be having at least, how many, maybe 8 to 10 types of walls. We have walls that are for the exterior walls. Of course, you'll have the hollow block, then you'll have a plastered outside and inside, and then painted. There will be cases that some of the walls will have cladding, can have stone cladding. The outside, inside can just be paint, or it can be a wallpaper, plaster and then wallpaper, or paint. So let's do an example. Let's do a wall type. Let's do a wall type from one of these walls. Right? So let's take this exterior wall type and let's add an exterior cladding and an interior finish as well. So what we'll be doing is we will edit the type. We'll have this pop out. If you expand this window, you'll see how the wall looks like. Okay? So obviously this is the CHB, the 6 inches CHB, or 150 millimeter, and this will be your plaster, and this is a plaster as well on the inside. So if you click on edit, you will see the thickness of the from the exterior side. You see that the cladding is 25 millimeter there. And the main structure, which is the concrete hollow block, which is 150 mm. It's about 6 inches. And then from the inside, finish is 25 millimeter. That is assumed to be plaster with paint. Okay, so I'll just um, click OK here, and what we'll be doing is we'll duplicate the wall type, and let's rename it block work with plaster and exterior stone cladding, and then click OK. So this is now the name of that new wall that we are modifying now with a exterior stone cladding. So the structure, if we click on the structure, this cladding is now actually the plaster. So in certain cases, when you have to place a stone cladding, you don't need to plaster the hollow block. So what we'll be doing is we will modify the thickness of this structure. So let's say that the stone cladding is um, 5 centimeter. So we'll change this to 500 and replace the material. The material that I have is, let's take one of the stones. Let's see, or maybe brick. Let's use the common brick that we have. But we'll change the color, please. Let's make it something familiar back home, something like the marble, maybe. Something like those. Here it is. Okay. Like each. And the size is 75 by 225. That means 75 height and 75 millimeter height and 225 length. We can change that and replace that with another, the smaller brick. And we will use this. Okay. I'll click OK. And this is how it will look in plan view. So I'll just click apply and click OK. Oh, 500 is wrong. It should be 50. Okay, I made it. So let's look at the preview. So that's how it would look like. You'll have the brick right there, and then that will be your finish in the inside. So say you wanted to add tile finish after the plaster. Usually you need to plaster it and then we put on the, the tile. So what do we do? Let's add another finish. This time let's move it up. Okay. This will be a finish 2. It will be a finish 1. Okay. Let's take porcelain tiles. Ceramic. These are ceramic tiles. So in the plan view, it will be 250 mm squared. That would be big. Let's have some 600 by 600. Okay, so in the plan view that will look like that. Apply. Okay, now let's change the thickness. We have a thickness of usually maybe 12 mm plus the glue. Maybe make it 15 mm. Click OK. As we look at it, this is at the interior side and that's the exterior side. Click OK. So that's how it's gonna look like now. You'll have the stone cladding outside, then this would be the block, and then you'll have the plaster, and then this is your tile. Let's see how it looks in the sectional view. That's how it would look like in the sectional view. This is the outside of the building. This would be the stone cladding. This is the hollow block. That would be the plaster, and this is your tile finish. So this is the interior side of the building. Click apply and click OK. So we now have one special type of wall. So on the inside, you can see that there is a tile finish already. The outside, you have the brick finish. This is the bricks. Let's have colored. So this is the brick finish, the outer wall, and the inside it will be the tile finish. Consistent colors shows the lines, and from the outside that's how the brick would look like. Okay, right there. So from this exercise, you'll be able to create your different kinds of walls. You can create walls that have tile finish on both sides, and if it is its structure base is 4 inches hollow block, then it can be the 4 inches block plus the plaster and the tile finish. I'll be cutting short this stream. I think we are able to take our broadcast, and I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it, and we hope to broadcast more in the next few days. Thank you for those who have signed up, and for those who have watched, and for those who will be watching this video. Thank you very much.